beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Genesis 1 verse 1. This powerful verse sets the stage for a story known by billions of people around the world. But what if I told you that there are 14 books that were once part of the Bible and are now missing? These texts, known as the Apocrypha, were removed in 1684 without a clear explanation. The absence of these books has led to much speculation and curiosity. Some scholars suggest these books contain controversial or conflicting teachings, while others think they were simply lost to time. But what if there's more to the story? What if these books held secrets that the Church didn't want us to know? Could it be that within their pages were truths that challenged established doctrines or historical accounts? The Apocrypha includes books like Tobit, Judith, and the Wisdom of Solomon. These texts were part of the Septuagint, the Greek translation of the Hebrew Bible, and were widely accepted in early Christian communities. For centuries, these books were read and revered just like the other books of the Bible. They were seen as sacred texts that offered guidance, wisdom, and insight into the divine. However, during the Protestant Reformation, a significant shift occurred. Martin Luther, a key figure in the Reformation, decided to remove these books from the canon. As a result, they were excluded from the King James Bible, one of the most influential versions of the Bible in the English-speaking world. But why were these books removed? Were they deemed too radical or too revealing? The lack of a definitive reason only fuels the mystery. Some believe that the content of these books was too controversial for the Church to handle. Others think that they contain teachings that conflicted with the official doctrines of the time. For example, the Wisdom of Solomon discusses the nature of wisdom and righteousness in a way that differs from other biblical texts. Tobit tells a story filled with angelic interventions and miraculous healings, which some might have found too fantastical. Judith, on the other hand, depicts a strong, heroic woman who saves her people, challenging the more traditional, patriarchal narratives. The decision to remove these books was not universally accepted. Many branches of Christianity, such as the Roman Catholic Church and the Eastern Orthodox Church, continue to include the Apocrypha in their versions of the Bible. For them, these books are still considered a vital part of the biblical canon, offering valuable lessons and insights. The divergence in opinion raises even more questions about the nature of these texts and their importance. The Apocrypha includes fascinating stories and teachings that provide a broader understanding of the biblical world. For instance, the Book of Tobit is a narrative about a righteous man who, despite his suffering and blindness, remains faithful to God. With the help of the archangel Raphael, Tobit's son, Tobias, embarks on a journey that leads to his father's healing and his marriage to Sarah, a woman plagued by a demon. This story is filled with themes of faith, perseverance, and divine intervention. Judith, another book of the Apocrypha, tells the tale of a daring and pious widow who saves her city from an invading army. Using her wit and courage, Judith decapitates the enemy general, Holofernes, leading to the retreat of his forces. Her story is one of bravery, faith, and the power of a determined individual to effect great change. It's a narrative that challenges traditional gender roles and highlights the strength and agency of women. The Wisdom of Solomon is a book that delves into philosophical and theological reflections. It explores the nature of wisdom, justice, and the relationship between God and humanity. This text offers a profound meditation on the virtues of wisdom and righteousness, encouraging readers to seek a deeper understanding of divine truths. Its poetic and contemplative style sets it apart from other biblical books, providing a unique perspective on the pursuit of knowledge and spiritual enlightenment. The removal of these books has led to a significant loss of diverse perspectives and rich narratives that were once integral to the biblical tradition. The absence of the Apocrypha in many versions of the Bible means that modern readers miss out on these compelling stories and teachings. The decision to exclude these texts has left a gap in our understanding of the biblical world and its complex tapestry of beliefs, practices, and experiences. The Apocrypha's removal has also sparked numerous conspiracy theories and debates. Some suggest that the Church intentionally suppressed these books to control the narrative and maintain doctrinal purity. Others believe that the removal was a result of political and theological conflicts during the Reformation. The mystery surrounding the Apocrypha continues to captivate scholars, theologians, and curious minds alike. In conclusion, the story of the missing books of the Bible, the Apocrypha, is a fascinating chapter in the history of religious texts. These books, once considered sacred and authoritative, were removed from the biblical canon without a clear explanation. The reasons behind their exclusion remain a subject of speculation and intrigue. Whether deemed too controversial, radical, or simply lost to time, the Apocrypha offers a rich and diverse collection of stories and teachings that continue to resonate with many believers. If you're intrigued by these mysteries and want to learn more about the hidden secrets of the Bible, don't forget to check out our other videos and join the Celestial Chronicles community for more fascinating content. Alien influence. Imagine ancient civilizations being guided by extraterrestrial beings. This fascinating theory, proposed by a Russian professor, suggests that aliens provided advanced knowledge and technology to early human societies. The idea that extraterrestrial beings could have influenced human history is both intriguing and controversial. Could the Vatican hold secret documents or artifacts that confirm these interactions? While no concrete evidence has surfaced, the idea itself is captivating and worth exploring in more detail. Throughout history, there have been numerous reports and sightings of UFOs, some even near the Vatican. In 2007, an orange disc-shaped object was reportedly seen hovering over Vatican City, sparking speculations about potential alien contact. This sighting was witnessed by several people, and the event quickly became a topic of discussion among UFO enthusiasts and conspiracy theorists. Could it be that the Vatican has encountered extraterrestrial life forms and kept this knowledge hidden from the public? The theory that ancient civilizations were influenced by aliens is not new. Some researchers point to the advanced architecture and engineering of ancient structures like the pyramids of Egypt, Stonehenge in England, and the Nazca Lines in Peru as possible evidence of alien intervention. These structures are marvels of engineering, and some believe that the knowledge and technology required to build them were beyond the capabilities of the people of that time. Could it be that extraterrestrial beings shared their advanced knowledge with these early societies, helping them achieve these incredible feats? One of the most famous proponents of this theory is Erich von Däniken, author of the book, Chariots of the Gods. Von Däniken suggests that many ancient myths, religious texts, and legends are actually accounts of human interactions with extraterrestrial visitors. According to his theory, these visitors were seen as gods or divine beings by the people of that time, and their advanced technology was interpreted as magic or miracles. Von Däniken's ideas have been widely debated, but they continue to captivate the imagination of many. The Vatican, as the center of the Roman Catholic Church, has a long history of interest in astronomy and the possibility of extraterrestrial life. The Vatican Observatory, one of the oldest astronomical research institutions in the world, has been studying the stars and the universe for centuries. In recent years, some Vatican officials have expressed openness to the idea of extraterrestrial life. For example, Father José Gabriel Funes, the former director of the Vatican Observatory, stated that the existence of extraterrestrial life does not contradict the Catholic faith. He suggested that if intelligent beings exist on other planets, they too could be part of God's creation. Could it be that the Vatican's interest in astronomy and extraterrestrial life is more than just scientific curiosity? Some believe that the Vatican may possess secret documents or artifacts that provide evidence of alien contact. These could include ancient texts, manuscripts, or relics that tell the story of human interactions with extraterrestrial beings. If such evidence exists, why would the Vatican keep it hidden? One possible reason is that the revelation of extraterrestrial contact could have profound implications for our understanding of history, religion, and our place in the cosmos. The implications of discovering that ancient civilizations were guided by extraterrestrial beings would be monumental. It would challenge our understanding of history and the development of human civilization. It could also have a significant impact on religious beliefs and doctrines. How would people react to the idea that some of the knowledge and technology that shaped our world came from other planets? Would it lead to a re-evaluation of religious texts and teachings? These are important questions that would need to be addressed. The possibility of alien influences on human history also raises questions about our future. If extraterrestrial beings have interacted with us in the past, could they do so again in the future? What might their intentions be? Would they come as friends, offering their knowledge and technology to help us, or would they pose a threat to our existence? These are questions that scientists, theologians, and philosophers have pondered for years. While the idea of ancient civilizations being guided by extraterrestrial beings remains speculative, it is a topic that continues to intrigue and captivate the imagination of many. The lack of concrete evidence leaves room for speculation and debate. As we continue to explore the universe and search for signs of extraterrestrial life, we may one day discover the answers to these questions. In the meantime, the mystery of alien influences on human history remains an open question. Are we alone in the universe, or have we been guided by otherworldly beings? Could the Vatican hold the key to unlocking this mystery? As we seek to understand our past and our place in the cosmos, these questions continue to inspire curiosity and wonder. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Celestial Chronicles for more fascinating insights into the mysteries of our world. The Antichrist. Reverend Gabriel Amorth, who served as the Vatican's chief exorcist, performed tens of thousands of exorcisms over his career. He claimed that the devil had made direct attacks on the Vatican, sharing accounts of disturbing events and fierce battles with demonic forces. One of the most chilling incidents he recounted involved Susanna Maialo, a woman who attacked Pope Benedict XVI twice, once in 2008 and again in 2009. Amorth believed that these attacks were not merely the actions of a disturbed individual but were influenced by the devil himself. Amorth's stories of exorcisms are terrifying and compelling. He spoke of individuals possessed by demons, displaying superhuman strength, speaking in languages they had never learned, and having an aversion to holy objects. These exorcisms were intense and grueling, often requiring multiple sessions to free the possessed person from the demonic hold. According to Amorth, these were not isolated incidents but part of a larger, ongoing spiritual battle between good and evil. The concept of the Antichrist is deeply rooted in Christian eschatology. The Bible describes the Antichrist as a figure who will emerge during the end times, deceiving many and leading them away from God. This figure is said to be charismatic, persuasive, and incredibly powerful, using their influence to spread chaos and destruction. The idea that such a malevolent force could be at work in the world, and even within the walls of the Vatican, is both terrifying and thought-provoking. Reverend Amortha's assertions raise numerous questions. Could it be that the Vatican has more knowledge about the Antichrist than they are willing to share? If so, why keep such critical information hidden? Amortha's account suggests that the battle against evil is not just metaphorical but a real and present danger. He believed that the devil was actively working to undermine the Church, using individuals and circumstances to sow discord and doubt among the faithful. Susanna Maialo's attacks on Pope Benedict XVI are a case in point. On Christmas Eve in 2008, she leaped over a barrier in St. Peter's Basilica, attempting to reach the Pope but was quickly subdued by security. In 2009, she tried again, this time successfully grabbing the Pope and pulling him to the ground before being restrained. While these incidents could be seen as the actions of a troubled individual, Amorth viewed them as evidence of the devil's influence. He believed that Maialo was not acting on her own but was driven by demonic forces intent on attacking the leader of the Catholic Church. These incidents raise unsettling questions. How much do we really know about the forces of evil that may be at play within the Church's walls? Is there a sinister battle between good and evil that the Vatican is trying to keep hidden from the world? The idea that the Antichrist could be working behind the scenes, influencing events and individuals, is a chilling thought. If the Vatican is aware of such a threat, what steps are they taking to combat it? And why keep this information from the public? The Bible speaks of the end times as a period of great tribulation and suffering, with the Antichrist playing a central role in these events. This figure is described as a deceiver, someone who will masquerade as a savior while leading people away from the truth. The notion that the Vatican might be concealing knowledge about such a figure is both intriguing and alarming. If true, it suggests that the Church is engaged in a covert struggle against a powerful and malevolent enemy. Reverend Amortha's life and work provide a glimpse into this hidden battle. His dedication to performing exorcisms and his belief in the reality of demonic influence highlight the seriousness with which he viewed this threat. Amorth often spoke of the need for prayer, faith, and vigilance in the face of evil, urging believers to recognize the spiritual warfare taking place around them. In light of Amortha's accounts, it's worth considering the broader implications of the Antichrist's influence. If the devil is capable of orchestrating attacks on the Vatican and manipulating individuals, what other areas of life might be affected? Could political leaders, cultural icons, and societal movements also be under demonic influence? These questions lead us to a deeper contemplation of the nature of evil and its presence in the world. The possibility that the Vatican has extensive knowledge about the Antichrist and the forces of evil raises significant theological and philosophical questions. It challenges us to consider the nature of good and evil, the reality of spiritual warfare, and the role of the Church in combating these forces. If the Vatican is indeed aware of a looming threat, how does it balance the need to protect its flock with the responsibility to inform and prepare them? Reverend Amortha's legacy is a testament to his unwavering belief in the presence of evil and the importance of exorcism in the fight against it. His experiences and insights offer a sobering reminder that the battle between good and evil is ongoing and that the forces of darkness may be closer than we think. Whether or not the Vatican holds hidden knowledge about the Antichrist, the stories of exorcists like Amorth encourage us to remain vigilant and steadfast in our faith, recognizing that the struggle against evil is a fundamental aspect of the human experience. The Three Secrets of Fatima. The story of the Three Secrets of Fatima is one of the most intriguing and mysterious events in the history of the Catholic Church. It all began in 1917 when three young shepherd children from a small village in Portugal claimed to have experienced visions of the Virgin Mary. These children were Lucia dos Santos and her cousins, Francisco and Jacinta Marto. They reported that the Virgin Mary appeared to them on multiple occasions, imparting important messages and prophecies. The first of these visions occurred on May 13, 1917, and continued monthly until October of that year. During these apparitions, the Virgin Mary revealed three secrets to the children, which have since become known as the Three Secrets of Fatima. These secrets included prophecies about hell, future world events, and the fate of the Church. While the first two secrets were revealed relatively soon after the visions, the third secret was kept hidden by the Vatican for many decades, leading to much speculation and controversy. The first secret was a vision of hell. The Virgin Mary showed the children a terrifying scene of souls suffering in a vast sea of fire, accompanied by horrifying creatures. This vision was meant to be a stark warning about the consequences of sin and the reality of hell. It served as a call for repentance and conversion, emphasizing the importance of prayer and penance. The children were deeply affected by this vision and became even more devoted to their faith, praying fervently for the salvation of souls. The second secret was a prophecy about the end of World War I and the outbreak of World War II. The Virgin Mary predicted that the war would soon come to an end, but she also warned that a greater and more destructive war would follow if people did not cease offending God. This second secret also included a call for the consecration of Russia to the Immaculate Heart of Mary. According to the Virgin Mary, if this consecration was not performed, Russia would spread its errors throughout the world, leading to wars and persecution of the Church. The consecration of Russia became a significant point of contention within the Church. Various popes performed acts of consecration, but debates continued about whether these acts fully met the requirements set forth in the Fatima message. Despite the controversy, the message of the second secret underscored the need for prayer, repentance, and devotion to the Immaculate Heart of Mary as a means of obtaining peace and preventing further suffering. The third secret was by far the most mysterious and controversial. For decades, the contents of the third secret were known only to a few individuals within the Vatican. It was kept under strict secrecy, fueling countless theories and speculations about its nature. Some believed it contained apocalyptic predictions, while others thought it might reveal a crisis or upheaval within the Church itself. Finally, in the year 2000, the Vatican decided to disclose the third secret. The revealed text described a vision in which a bishop dressed in white is shot and killed by a group of soldiers. This vision was interpreted as a prophecy of the assassination attempt on Pope John Paul II in 1981. On May 13 of that year, the anniversary of the first Fatima apparition, Pope John Paul II was shot and critically wounded in St. Peter's Square. He later credited the Virgin Mary of Fatima with saving his life, believing that her intervention had guided the bullet away from vital organs. Despite this official interpretation, many people remain skeptical about the full contents of the third secret. Some believe that the Vatican did not reveal the entire message and that there are aspects of the prophecy that have been kept hidden. These individuals argue that the third secret might contain warnings about significant crises or corruption within the Church, which the Vatican is reluctant to disclose. The lingering uncertainty and lack of complete transparency continue to spark debate and curiosity among believers and skeptics alike. Adding to the mystery, Sister Lucia, the last surviving visionary, spent much of her life in a cloistered convent and remained largely silent about the specifics of the third secret. Her correspondence and occasional interviews provided some insights but also left many questions unanswered. She consistently affirmed the importance of the messages she received, urging people to adhere to the calls for prayer, penance, and conversion. The Fatima apparitions have had a profound impact on the Catholic Church and its followers. The messages of Fatima have inspired countless individuals to deepen their faith, engage in acts of devotion, and seek a closer relationship with God. The call for the consecration of Russia, in particular, has been the focus of numerous prayers and acts of consecration by various popes over the years. In addition to the religious significance, the Fatima story has also captured the imagination of people around the world. It has been the subject of books, documentaries, and movies, each exploring the mysteries and implications of the apparitions. Pilgrimages to the sanctuary of Our Lady of Fatima in Portugal attract millions of visitors annually, all seeking to connect with the divine and reflect on the messages delivered to the three shepherd children. In conclusion, the story of the three secrets of Fatima is a compelling blend of prophecy, mystery, and faith. The visions experienced by three humble shepherd children in 1917 continue to resonate with people today, raising questions about the nature of divine revelation, the role of the Church, and the unfolding of human history. Whether viewed as a call to spiritual renewal or a prophetic warning, the secrets of Fatima remain a powerful reminder of the enduring mystery of faith and the profound impact of religious experiences on our world. What do you think about the Fatima revelations? Are there still hidden truths that the Vatican has not disclosed? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Celestial Chronicles for more fascinating insights into the mysteries of our world. The Vatican Secret Archives. The Vatican Secret Archives are among the most mysterious places on Earth. People believe these archives hold ancient documents and secrets that could change our understanding of history. These archives contain historical records, letters, and documents that date back centuries. Some people even think they have information about lost civilizations, secret societies, and evidence of extraterrestrial life. Access to these archives is highly restricted, which has led to many conspiracy theories. The Vatican Secret Archives are located in Vatican City, the smallest independent state in the world. The archives are housed in a fortified building that is heavily guarded. Only a few select scholars are allowed access, and even they have to follow strict rules. For example, they can only see specific documents that they have requested in advance. They are not allowed to browse the archives freely. One of the most famous collections in the archives is the documents related to the Inquisition. The Inquisition was a group within the Catholic Church that was responsible for investigating and punishing heresy. The archives contain records of trials, confessions, and punishments. These documents provide a chilling glimpse into a dark period of history. The archives also hold correspondence with world leaders. Over the centuries, the Vatican has been in contact with kings, queens, and presidents. These letters and diplomatic communications provide insights into the political and social issues of different eras. For example, there are letters from Henry VIII of England, who famously broke away from the Catholic Church to form the Church of England. There are also letters from Abraham Lincoln, seeking the Pope's support during the American Civil War. Records of church councils are another significant part of the archives. Church councils are meetings where important decisions about doctrine and church policies are made. The archives contain documents from councils dating back to the early days of Christianity. These records show how church teachings and practices have evolved over time. But what if there are more hidden treasures in the archives? Some believe that the archives contain the true fate of Jesus' relics. The Shroud of Turin, the Holy Grail, and the True Cross are just a few of the relics associated with Jesus Christ that are said to be in the possession of the Vatican. The authenticity and true location of these relics are subjects of great debate and speculation. Some believe the Vatican is hiding the true fate of these holy artifacts to protect their sanctity or to keep their secrets from the public. What do these relics tell us about the life and death of Jesus? Why is the Vatican so secretive about their existence and whereabouts? The Shroud of Turin is a piece of cloth that bears the image of a man who appears to have been crucified. Many believe this cloth was Jesus' burial shroud. The Vatican has allowed scientists to examine the shroud, but tests have yielded conflicting results. Some tests suggest the shroud is a medieval forgery, while others indicate it could be much older. Despite the controversy, the Vatican has kept the shroud under tight control. The Holy Grail is another relic shrouded in mystery. According to legend, the Holy Grail is the cup Jesus used at the Last Supper. Some stories say it was also used to collect Jesus' blood at the crucifixion. The location of the Holy Grail has been a topic of speculation for centuries. Some believe it is hidden in the Vatican Secret Archives. If the Vatican does have the Holy Grail, why are they keeping it a secret? The True Cross is believed to be the cross on which Jesus was crucified. According to tradition, Saint Helena, the mother of Emperor Constantine, discovered the True Cross in Jerusalem in the 4th century. Over time, pieces of the cross were distributed as relics. The Vatican claims to have some of these fragments, but the authenticity of these relics is often questioned. Why would the Vatican keep the details of these relics hidden? There are also rumors that the Vatican Secret Archives contain evidence of occult practices within the Church. Some conspiracy theories suggest that certain Vatican officials have engaged in secret rituals and ceremonies. These theories often point to symbols and artwork found in the Vatican that are said to have hidden meanings. While there is no concrete evidence to support these claims, the secrecy surrounding the archives only fuels speculation. In conclusion, the Vatican Secret Archives are a place of great mystery and intrigue. They hold a vast collection of documents that provide insights into the history of the Church and its interactions with the world. However, the restricted access and secrecy have led to many conspiracy theories. People believe the archives hold information about lost civilizations, secret societies, extraterrestrial life, and even the true fate of Jesus' relics. The Shroud of Turin, the Holy Grail, and the True Cross are just a few of the holy artifacts that are said to be in the Vatican's possession. The authenticity and whereabouts of these relics are subjects of great debate. Why is the Vatican so secretive about these relics? What secrets could be hidden within the walls of the Vatican Secret Archives? Are these mysteries simply the stuff of legend, or is there more to the story? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Celestial Chronicles for more fascinating insights into the mysteries of our world.